well, thank you. We didn't quite finish last week, and so we're going to pick it up from last week and then wrap it up today for the benefit of making sure that he completes what he wants to say. CSF. Now, I say the people who didn't agree with you, well, now you see me, you're making progress. People are starting to understand you.
Oh, yeah. Do not cry for everybody kind apologize for insulting me and not agreeing with me. The best of what I say, I will say, ma nipa kanadrin. The Biameka said, religion puts you in a box and limits your understanding. That's what religion does. Inti obi the belief system. Even when science is disproving the book, still not we accept the book. No, I say we should think outside the box. Oh, your Pentecost near men limited who to the Pentecost box. Ti amount for opinion, amount for ideology. You good na wafa. And as message na enyi kakra. Sana Christianity started. Sana Islam started. And started ketwa say na nkrofo nyi. Why should we believe in a dead person? Why should we believe in a dead person? With time, people accepted it. To be steady, not a baby, not oba crash trousers. Yes, oba shirt trousers. What shirt trousers? Ubeko bu nsam jem. Nipa kone nim nne so for my gina so dem kra microphone. No shetra. Nti sa na tie. Nti yeah, we say adopted to change and then we were created to evolve. I will say evolve in knowledge, evolve in technology. So iPhone way back, then we add value. But maybe before, incrophobia, jiadia bakudia, pese jina wasa, even cocoa. Up to today, no value. Open one of the poorest people in this country, cocoa farmers, which is very sad. But Audi car, every near cassette or Audi, I won't talk. Almost the value I can't Audi woman there. Toyota. Korea no bianto. Wow, it's brony the value a card here. Black man. So what catcher and say, would you kosia, would you fumbeya, we are no a catcher and a back, none a back catcher and nana, a bet to us, would you kosia, would you fumbeya, would you kosia? So still no kosia, and your funya yaw. But the mindset, no, and I was here, sir. Now it be mine, it to be calling him.
So, this thing that you're talking about, the mindset must change, which is what I really agree with. But specifically, the youth that are listening to you now, what 2 or 3 things that you do want to sink in the youth in terms of their mindset and how they can become a better generation than they have inherited?
The only thing that the youth in here causing a change in society more than causing a change in an individual's life. Nti obia agree me pese me yeye me pese me yeye enye ye pese o man ni yeye but say society ni nyina yeye a automatically won so de be yeye ama. Nti imagine say o friends na o friends ni nyina ye poor o 10 friends no mu nyina ye poor na o ye richer who suffers? It is you the rich person. 9 of them obia ba bebo bosia wo so you suffer. So your dream should be causing change in the lives of the 9 people. Then a Chinese for the book say, I won't ask you for fish. I will tell you to teach me how to fish. In the China, ni baka cho say, "Tell me said the Chinam. Said the bena oh here and namwa or ma win champion." China. Take change of mindset. 20, 30 years ago, we were laughing at the Chinese and the Indian. To be catch we say first Indian movie. Na omushutua. Ponyo. Ya tina what sabra no na want me for Chinese movie kran toto I told you so. God na I told you so. And ne ya tina wa man ne Indian telenovela and abe take over. Na they asay asem no kra say ya san so di ye twi kasa no. Asan ko she. Chinese ni and Indian ni or ye movie he doesn't care about you understanding the language. Put himself first you hear Chinese movie almost China no the writing is still in China. When they are fighting, just enjoy the fight. You don't know what happened. All that you saw is they are fighting. But Chinese product ubeto Chinese product ubeyi manual na ehye paper na ehye wono still in Chinese. China ni person actually we as say we can survive on our own. Edro na ye no China fo nti ne ye ubewu owu emfa ye ho. But black man a person wo kira ade mu into your parliament house. There were over 200 languages in this country. The Ayajia 2 is 46 was there. We don't value none. We value the white man's language. See, the black man doesn't have any secret. Your parliament house, Omo Kasa, Abrafunitie, they understand. Mamia Brewano not market no, I get in the ticket no, until the Eka parliament house. COVID-19 by Yaba dressing Ghana for the Eka Bruni Kasa. The old lady you want to save at KJTR market doesn't understand fellow Ghanaians. See, me see, before no, you 2 years 9 kwa ye nim ba ko a na ya be 7 steps. Nti say ye ne abrofo no gap na da ye ntem no a change of mindset.
Yeah.
They also be ati ase ne say onu broni na or the Bible ne bre wo no. Onim so the bebre wo hye wo no or translated the Bible into every language you understand. Or the science bre wa ye ni gan science textbook.
Your Ghana Bible.
Your Ghana Bible. Ye ni Ghana math book. Emma in some schools in Ghana, Nansinya, omu yi Ghanaian language ne frame. Timemu say new history book biaba Shatawale no nyina wom. Yes. I would prefer my children learning about Shatawale. Neba Berkis my firstborn. Oko school by any man homework. At what age was Abraham circumcised?
The homework no.
See, wa share Abraham wa okotwa ne bema. Ghana economy. Him fan Abraham bema ebe so. See, every story in the Bible ends with and so what? No waboba that can embo akoshe and so what? And Abraham ekoku Isaac. And above forecast say winyai and we dwan by. And so what? Shadrach and Meshach edomu gu ejem ejana ahye won. And so what? You were Ghana ha eja to circle. That angel couldn't save. Oh, it is very sad. To make a child say every story in the Bible ends with and so what? Even when you tell me Jesus we and no sorry on the 3rd day, that means maybe so Christian will say, can God die? Or say no. So God can die. So when you are reading a book and the book is telling you your God died and resurrected, that God is making fun of you because he can't die. At the same time, I only want to demo. We see mewu. Now we may soon as me yo. He can't die. Into boy ya bona wo te wa say oh. And he let you until pain. God will not feel pain. That's how omo ye. And ma a Christopher Antias religion uses the goodness in you against you. Edientia. Nipa bia wo ayem hyehye. Nipa bia wo mobrohu. Nti obi a wo deka. Wonim no. Ene be ka che say KSM. Wonim. E kana wo de no 1 billion no. Papa bi etua kana ma. Automatically you love that person. Say owahi me penu madana say. Nti omo use the goodness in men. Ene be ka che say boni a wo di no. Abrantie bi etua boni ne ka. Won't you love that person? Until the moment you better say, Obi cassette ya say nipa, that person becomes your enemy, which is a lie. Tiba mentre say omoton phone was circular, omutuma obi soap no. Like omoton soap ma no. Do you know what they do? They use your own greediness against you because you are a greedy person. One nam and actually obi your circle. And no di phone e kire. Phone no ye turn 12,000 Ghana. I know they just say bossu. The phone 12,000. But if you get 2,000, bring them I go give you. We Kenya your spirit of greediness. On your phone now open. I get 12,000 or the amount 2,000. Now we Kenya we nibre. Enibre boninti. Now we say, I will give you 500 Ghana. That means what done enibri ni at that moment. Are there 12,000? But the amount 2,000. Or say 500. Automatically, the thing become problematic. A stolen property. No, I catch you say, bossu. That if I take give you for here, some guys they go collect them. Make we go the corner. It's a hot no boss swap and it's a hot papa. No way you soap. Charlie, hold down fast, make fast. Papa, no way beat you. Or I don't know beat you. Unjimi, but you see your own greediness against you. That's what the religion here. They use your own goodness against you. Let us say yeah, better about what time? Politicians will use your own greediness against you. I also cheer light bell. I also cheer water bell. No, be catcher will say, "Booswani free." So light.
So free.
Oba power happen or say, "Me pasha, mu betia." See, me catcher Ghana for you now. Uchu mu time ye betiaka. Once of Baba say, "Ya pamacho free SHS no." Ya nye calculation here. Ya just school fees. Insanity here. To make catcher, Obi say, "I am not against adi ye free. I am not against paying taxes. But kwanya ye befa so di adi na ma free. Any country that depends on borrowing cannot give you anything for free. When we be akobo bosia or churches Canada. Oman ya wote ho de obeye bia na bosia na obo na wo catch citizens say na me wade free. No, it doesn't work like that. Inti broni wo catch Ghana ni say street light ye de yetua car obeka say there bi. Nyansem omu de be share wo light bill nim say de be ya won feel ti sa na broni ye nti broni nema bebre no waka bom na wetua tax baako nti ebra broni be catch say it is free no you are paying for it indirectly. I'm a black man in him because the black man wants the easy way. To be catch a Ghana for you now, Africa for you now say, ye pese ye ko ye ni mua. Ye Friday be for the greater good we will suffer before we get there. Ti my men no take kwan ho. Nda uko Accra, uko Circle, uko KJT. Baby ya nipa fa no. E wo say nipa fa no ya hwedwa wo ho. Ene ye nam ka kwan. O kasa ye be yew. O man pengini abeka kire mo say, me pa mo chew. Yen ton de wo ka akwam nti mu fi hankɔ de beto etia nti mu pese yo edwuma na me ye no me kra me boa politician no mo edwuma na simple ti yen citizen ye hu say yen ton de e wo bebia nipa fa na nipa mbefa ka akwam ti mu solin free bebia mote no se de be ye omanpegi ne be ka che wo say solia onane nipa bonini na yen ti ase say the time is coming now the black man and the Ghanaian is living party colors baka ebra John Dramani Mahama ekoye KJT market no hwe de ya nkrofo de ye no edidi na tema nso kone kwhwe ade a waye de esi ho na nado ye ka kwan na ye ndisi ni a wo befa so ti se na nado ye ade na ya ade pa ye nyina ye support no na ye push no o ye ade na nya ye criticize sa so na NDC ba together o man bia be sole a it start with the citizens speaking na nado ka say don't be spectators be citizens ti Ghana fo nyina problem e koso no yentia say problem discussed is half solved thanks to social media the ye king na mpenyufo ne bete na de de ne say mpenyufo wepo anko se change a abrantie bi a wotie me ababa bi a wotie me no wo kene bi eye me ene wo ene be ko parliament house wo ti se mpenyufo we yansasa ye duru ho a yen ko so change ne echirimba am bididi atem se de yen so ye didi ebinom atem no ti the person me ka kire youth no ene wanu
put your hands together man. Oh my goodness. Well, we have to come to an end sometime, and we're going to end it now because Avraham has so much to say when it comes to the application of our common sense and how we can use that to build ourselves as a people. And like I said in the beginning, you know, you may hate this, you may love it, but the point is you cannot ignore some of these things that we are saying. They are real, and they are questions that we have to live with and answer. It's Avraham, we did that pass our na P black or Babiana.
P black Taliban.
P black, oh, just a lot for P black. P black. It's P black, Bimunian Baba, Munian Bibu. Candy Babu.
Ken Kai.
Show some love, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I brought him on deliberately because I think that we have to start rethinking so many things. And one of the things that we need to rethink is changing our mindset. This mindset, I'm sorry to say, is non-functioning. It is dead completely. And why it is dead is because of our attitude to religion. Our psyche is wrong and we shouldn't fix it. Abraham, that's right.
Thank you, Daddy.
The KSM show.
Okay. We're back. We've moved from indoors to outdoors because the rain has stopped. But we're hanging out with the insects, man. Say from Mpe. So we are chilling with the Mpe. Shows love for the Mpe, man. Anyway, today is hot, man. From my main man, Avraham, who was very, very bullish about positive thinking. I'm going to my next guest, man. My next guest will blow your mind, man. He's a king. He's a king. He's called Nana Okatakyie Afrifa Mensah, or Yoko Hini of Asante Akuna. Show him some love, man! Nana! Nana, welcome.
Thank you, Father.
Welcome to the show, man.
Thank you, Father.
Oh, it's good to have you here.
Thank you.
The last time you were on, man, I'm up for any Giankasa.
I think so far the response hasn't been bad at all.
I see.
On several occasions, I've had people walk up to me asking me, "Hey,
Yes.
Notable amongst them is former Black Stars player Samuel Sekufo.
Oh, he met you?
Yeah, he met me in Kumasi and he called me and said, "Brother, I've watched your interview with KSM about 7 times, and in fact, when he said that a friend of his was sitting next to him, he also said, "Oh, I've watched that interview more than 15 times." Wow. Then I said, "Okay, I'm humbled." Osekufo was quoting verbatim the things I had said on the interview, and from that day, I think I got humbled that the interview has really, really gone well. Fantastic. So I wasn't surprised when you called me to let's have it once again. Thank you very much.
Show some love, man. Show some love. And as usual, you know, Avraham just left. We're indoors, but now we have the nice weather.
Avraham is a very good brother of mine.
Yes.
He's doing fantastically well.
Yes.
And
yes.
I think the gods of our land will bless him. The forebearers of our land will bless him with what he's doing.
Show some love, man. Now, before we start,
Right.
I know some few weeks ago, I wanted to invite you to a program I was having here.
Right.
And you said you had to go to the UK.
It was the US. I went to the United States, yeah.
Your wife was having a child and there was some problem. Tell me a little bit about how everything went. You went to the US?
Father, let me take this opportunity to say a very good evening to our viewers. And, you know, I've kept on saying the mindset of the black man, there's a deficiency somewhere which we need to touch on it. And that is why I said Avraham Moshe is doing fantastically well. Some of us will continue to conscientize the minds of our people to start having the love for our country. Me na me call USA ye kwa have baby. In fact, me hona odina grow eko. Then ye call and unfortunately the baby did not come home. But if I tell you how the system will take care of you regardless of which color you are, regardless of the skin, yet now I say kwasi broni ye racist. Broni ye racist crown what the system will put in place my etimibo will be including you black. What you chroma say? If I tell you how they would treat you, say, baby, yes, we lost our child. But the way and manner they will let you feel, it mitigates even the pain you have. At 1 a.m., they could call you that from the look of things, you are not going to have your baby. And for that matter, we want you to move all the way to the hospital at 1 a.m. to spend a little time with the child before he goes to your ancestors. Wow. That is what the white man thinks. we hear a psychologist to be, we hear because the white man knows say bibi sa to it will have an effect on your mind.
Definitely.
We just don't care as a people.
So you saw how they value life.
They value life and respect human beings, regardless of your skin color. Yet me tina kromo aka say broni ye racist. Broni ye racist. Who be binin who ye more racist? Who be binin who ye more tribalistic? Asante ne igbe nka yatina kromo ha we pretend as if say ade we ni ho. Ewo ho. Asante fo na igbe fo ntokwa ye free nkola abrem ayeba igbe fo ma amenom ka kire om say asante ni be ma do du kofia na ma amenom mpene. Asante fo ma me fo so me ka kire say hey say fie ha de enko. We are tribalist more than the white man.
Yeah. Yeah.
The system is put in place unless it says be there who excesses who police for shoot George Floyd.
But there's a system.
Excesses.
There's a system that's working.
But the system
but
will
anyway,
take care of you regardless.
Yako. It will when you know.
But it will a year you must still.
It will you must. Now, at this point too, I want to say that he came with his beautiful, adorable wife. Yes, the Afrifa Mensah. Afrifa Mensah. Who first and bomb Okay. But coming to, I invited you here because I wanted somebody to follow up with my conversation with Abraham. Now I'm doing one. I'm see who else can I get but now Okatakyie, because the thing that Abraham hammers on is our mindset. And even at the examples they say, no, Ubabe will cry a fro, Sebra, come and spend a few minutes and say into my goodness. Let's talk about our mindset a bit. What have you identified as the major problem? Why do we have a mindset that it seems opposed to progress?
Father, if you remember, the last time I came here, I told you that there is a remnant of colonialism that as a people we've not been able to do away with. Why do I say this? When the white man was the governor, the white man was the governor general, every opportunity the black man gets to serve him, he wanted to steal. Because in his mind, the gold, the diamond, the bauxite, the cocoa will be going to UK. So every opportunity he gets to serve with a white man, he steals home. It is over here. This if one and at time white man for 1 year, now family can move here near. If someone will good is no. Oh, Pemilu, I'll move here near. If someone will good is no. Now the white man has left our land 64 years. And still our mindset is tuned in such a way that we still believe that governance Ghana dia nyoma dia Ghana nyo papa dia. So every opportunity everybody gets in this country, it is to enrich themselves at the peril of the poor masses. That is the problem. The colonial mindset is that but what we refuse to know and refuse to see is that continuously we steal from our own self thinking we are smart. Time when broni wo honi ewia ho. Ye wia broni gold de ba. Ye wia me wana gold ko ye de na omu be wia ko so any opportunity a ye wia de ba. Now broni ne ko 64 years down. Ye gusu wia ho. Obia ni munyansa kromu a and I know many madam for be doing come and say your problem we are seeing as a people, Ghana. Everybody is wise, from the president to ministers to everybody, including even the shoe shine boy. Wise.
Now, okay, what is wrong with that? There's a chronocoso, because I 4 doors.
And answer 4 doors until Bakaya, if Remamutu ya 4 home, or say Yanara Yassasini. Ya boarding den de mayen e moja ye nananom hwie ye de geto homa ye adrume ene wo enso so se be bia to aso o we no ka kire ye no se nim de antra so ti nyansa dodo na ye nim no pesame nkuminya eno ne problem. President nya swear in eteki afana ni say kim wokoduru ho a the first thing that comes to his mind is how he can enrich himself, not to serve the people. Minister no ayama no opportunity to serve no kwakotena say that's what nakonya ni mu. The first thing he thinks of is how to cut deals and make money. First way to make money. Obia ni myansa, everybody is making money and thinking about money and not the next generation, and that is the problem of this country, Father.
So how do we blame that on colonialism? I prefer there's some colonizing. And some warped educational system and all these other things. But our behavior as people, how do we attribute that to colonialism? No, what I mean to ask you.
Also, the last time we had the conversation that whoever gave us independence only gave us physical independence and not emancipation of the minds. So we are looking too fresh, like the new model of computer, but the software, which is the mindset, is still Stone Age mindset. We still believe that Ghana knew Obia Papadia, so we don't care about the next generation. Or Dr. Ninu, our name se Ghana Mraka ni pefe se si repeat akola. Under no circumstance should you charge the child and son at Warren no. Dr. Ninu to work, Akra war passion butum for 400 Ghana, 500 Ghana and koya. On sign. What him nyansa brosodo do. O hine no ane na no moden saase agya no ene o hine ni nim nyansa brosodo do. Etu ono ankasa hye la course atie simu 2 galam se wona China fo 2 galam se. E say ye koko nsase. E wa bere na me no kasa China for the first time omo export cocoa to Belgium.
Yeah.
So omo say ye nsase no aye de ye cocoa no and omo ahunu the importance of cocoa. So onim nyansa do do nurse ni anko bi yare asebo aba hospital obekọ no ne boyfriend ete so ye WhatsApp. Wafa akola se onhwe wo shop. Chese wo bia nim nyansa kroma wo bia adwene ne se wo kwa customs ni nu a wo port ho no wo kọ no se bi o ne hyebere hye nkrofo bag mo ho no okopeni sika. Immigration ni nu a yede na kogina wo se wo make sure se enipa bonefo mfa ye yapono mu ngura mu no. The first thing that comes to his mind is how to go there and make sure say good is be ho. And I know many madam fo bi a wono ko suku a wonnim ade abo PhD. Father, sadly enough, also wa pe adwuma mankola bi a omoye immigration for. Na immigration adwuma de ye. So curiosity, I asked him say oh, Charlie, they said, "Oh, my baby, no, when you could 1,000, 2,000 here." Me share ni na say Ghana, yebekwe ni bebeche. Just say, "Adwuma no year because we baby no 1,000, 2,000 with the bottom, not because otimi ko preventing crowd from coming into our country illegally." So Ghana will be any answer. That is the problem of this country.
Yeah.
What fa kola say ontina wo shop wa no ma na otomo anwa gari. Ene de keka ho no akola na dwen so onimu nyansa nti da bia wo wia kakra no de kofie o wia mo no de ko o wia nwa no de ko ne maame nso tifie hunu sa akola de mo ni anwa ba wa bere onim se etua ne ka monthly salary onim so wo ogu shop no edi senka ne maame timetia ne se he emo ni anwa no ade ba wo ogu shop no a anka adwuma no a ye tua ne ka 1,000 Ghana anko no so betimi abia space bia mo obi aye bi na space ni no so atimi atoba se ka mo obi aye ahan. Nanso wonya agu ne pe adwuma no anka betimi afa ni pa mienu aka ho no no akwa unemployment nti obi anim nyansa obi are looking for money in this country.
Na obi anim nyansa na wo ka no
Right.
And there's a proverb yes when it bebra
that is the problem,
which means when it here na fa adani jimi another
just say ye ka brofo akase wo krom ha yakosuku aboro so
yeah
doctors for ne doso PhD for ne doso
yeah.
Na UK for tena so edoso and so mining koso so it clearly can tell you they come in and make capital out of the people's misery. That is the only reason that we have our politicians elected. Papa the radio may draw attention to BB. Yet Kroma say I say oh we should give the youth the chance to come into politics and leadership positions. But who said the youth have never had the chance? Over the years from 1979 we've been having the chance. But the quality of youth that comes into our politics should be what we should be concerned about. From 1979, J.J. Rawlings seized the sovereignty of the people by the barrel of the gun. When he was in his early 30s, he ruled with Chachuchi Katas, he ruled with Ahoys, he ruled with the rest who were in their 30s. Ironically, when the opportunity came for them to formulate a constitution for our country, Omudi Koshe Muse say, 40 years, you cannot be president of the country. Meanwhile, almost so bad, no 30, any 31, any 33. The quality of the youth that comes into our politics, you more bad cabana, ya set yes, one, ya they siphoning money from people. No? These are the youth who come and support the Kaba, and by the time they get to the top, they want another set of youth that will help them to steal and siphon money from the ordinary Ghanaian. It's the quality of the youth. J.J. Rawlings by no, you know, man penny for time when ya sabi deputy minister Buzia person no nyini. It's the youth to know over and over.
So we've experienced the youth,
but the quality of the youth. Eti oban no ayetim ne de obi anwe ne obi a any problems no wo ye problems no obi make money ne de ko yanim sa you make money ne de ko yanim sa ye free we again na Ghana sika be san kensan
The Indian kwa.
ugusu we am broker wo he ye nsuro ka ye tia ka ya besi ne.
Youth president, by the way, you're known as a youth president. I'm sorry I have not been able to translate because the man is on the roll. You record this and then one day I'll translate. But you, I say, because I want to you for Ghana. I have to be able to be translating as we go along. Yeah, no one makes me say,
that's okay.
Let me ask one question about the youth.
Right.
Okay. Now we have this Ghana has been divided into two thinking groups, MPP, NDC. And they have actually gotten a stranglehold of the nation. Why is the youth? Because you can't invest in say
Tescon and Tain.
Tescon and Tain.
Right.
So they are grooming the youth to think like them, to go by the same playbook they are using. So they're paying a difference, remember, youth president.
I pray for a day that nature in itself will put organic leader of this country. Other than that, if we continue to have this same systematic synthetic leadership, if you cast your mind back 40 years ago, the same people who were leading this country, today, their generation is the one leading this country. 40, 50 years ago, Nana Akufo-Addo Papa president of this country. Dr. Bawumia Papa minister of Kwame Nkrumah Penso. Your mama Papa minister of Kwame Nkrumah Penso. And these are the same crop of people who are leading us. But they've been able to conscientize you and I to believe we are part of the system when in actual fact we are not. So when you go after them, those who are supposed to do the right thing but they are not doing, na onyeni mobroni na wotiasie no a wontimi nko hospital papa na nso finance minister yare obeko US. Onyeni mobroni no a wotiasie na wonya school papa nko na nso ministers yi manyina wa abrochire ko school. Yes, I want to say, the people at the grassroots who are not part of the system has been made to believe that they are part of the system, and when they continue to work, one day they will become like, when in actual fact, they will never ever become like them. According to George Orwell book, Animal Farm, when Napoleon wanted to lead and rule, he first brought up a year and Krama in a manner at the tail and woman yeah. To a stage cool no, or you soon crama in a man and stage cool. Then so Koba said, or dear bar, one of the crama in a man, or man be. And that's the system they are using. Etiabeka Chro MPP near Koswa MPP, we end this year, Koswa and this, who free MPP and this in Faso dear Bempa and Wenya, Unyai, and she is a part of the system. I believe there is a synthetic way we continue to elect leaders. Nana Akufo-Addo Papa ye leader. Etiyeso obeye leader wo free wa ase yakọ alankyere maten na wo free wa na yakọ Ayerba Umia na wo free wa na yakọ Kofi Kunadu Apreku joma makura no ba ye nkyai enti na ke free jeje e beba tamels ni abakwasi botwe ni. Meanwhile, if you allow nature, every time is what a leader should be. And nature naturally will bring a leader to lead them. In America, your system be a leaky like say, oh papa a president nano a tibrabe president. Now if you so if Obama so a they don't have a system like that. So until we allow nature to give us organic leadership and not a synthetic leadership, this country will never know any progress.
Wow. But even America, we've had a few cases like that. Bush. The father Bush, the president at some point. Kennedy also had a brother, so
right.
There's also a family lineage there. Is there something that we should learn from that? What happens when there's a Bush and then eventually there's a Bush son? Recently, Bush, there's another Bush, but when couldn't go far.
Right.
So is that thing a part of that system that we are sort of emulating?
Yatsina Kromu ha miyakofa Constitution 1992 diabetoha. And we are telling ourselves that we are too wise. And for that matter, we've been able to combine the Constitution of British, which is UK, and that of US, calling it hybrid. When in actual fact, or maybe I said the KSM get Taylor Yeho, near her Yamra, and so Constitution yan Kroba copy and paste Constitution. Adia wa mo ye ne ye ntiase ye ne yesu ye bi Bush, Papa. The system is built in such a way that Bush wafa nena obedia dia he cannot do anything contrary to what the law says. But in this country, we have rule of personalities rather than rule of law. So we cannot continue that system. We should be able to allow a system where se kobaso omo peba umia ese ba umia neko. So omo pe joma ese joma neko. What is this thing about we papa be ye president na we nana be? I think we cannot continue as a people like that. For that, we just cannot continue as a people like that.
No. What frustrates you, of course, and one hour can be brave, but is there a particular thing be a kaunyanka, a figure of fumu? You know, we talk about the mindset, and then it frustrates you right now with our current system as it is.
I think the inability of the youth to identify or see, say, or minor, it is retrogressing rather than progressing. When I sit down and I see the kind of mediocrity that the youth of today celebrates in our society, I think it frustrates me a lot.
Yeah.
It's me koto ambulance, near the ambulance, na baby go. 3 months, yes, you commission ambulance. And we have people who are happy.
Yeah.
Yet me doom light ya wo motorway so for so many years. One day you saw another youth national see a celebrity because you saw street light for one day. I just cannot understand why we continue to celebrate mediocrity in this country because of our body politics, how we do it in this country.
Yeah.
For that, I just cannot comprehend.
Yeah. On that, I'm on the same page with you, Mensah. We celebrate mediocrity with passion.
Now, can you understand? Eya then a minister of sanitation timidi use yesika e de koto dustbins ba no atworo donated by Ministry of Sanitation. Who use yesika koto dustbin na wo donate my I mean, come on. Donated by Ministry of Sanitation.
Is it kana koto
also donate yasa my.
But there was yes in some boy channel.
Hey, why to Facebook? Why are the bar? Or donative dustbins am I? Who does that? So the celebration of mediocrity in our country is one of the things that frustrates me.
Yeah. How did we get here? Then the buyer, all of a sudden you need standards be across. Say there's no standards. You be up and why yeah.
It boils down to leadership. Okatakyie, leaders are a reflection of our society. Then I told them, if the leaders we continue to elect are a reflection of our society, they have no business being leaders. They are supposed to think differently. They are supposed to move the booth. Because to be a leader is because you think differently than what the society thinks. So if you continue to do the same thing over and over, and you come and tell us that you are a reflection of the society, please, you have no business being in leadership. You have to clear off and take your things and move to the house. Let those who want to lead and serve the people come and serve. So it boils down to leadership. Leadership, and Nkebe say the mindset of the people first. SCA research. Wamaya yenya research will be BMU. It will be university for budget that way. So we want to see a research be an free legon na political science for more bachelor MPP and this do be really. Yes. And so or maybe US, Oko America, every day they are researching into the behavioral patterns of its people to understand why they do the things they do. Eti akwalati kaswana swoku ni nuaso de kwako peskedura. The argument and the conversation should not be about yengelia kwalano, yenku akwalano, but we should be much more concerned about the behavioral thinking.
What
how
created
that child
Sakulano?
Could think like that.
Yes.
Aye the idea. Watch me. The beer from an opacosia numere from a January to December. A MPP, a NDC, a MPP, a NDC. Did this so it's leadership.
Momo fastens motion man. Nana, as I'm saying for now, baby. You say a mirror we Mate. But so baby, pa. Yeah, Avraham make us say, yeah, Baba near baby.
Yeah, Baba near baby.
But here, mum.
We will
because the
mindset
to emancipate. I warped. Yeah. We have to focus on changing the mindset.
We have to. So yeah, and changing mindset na die nyina ye.
Yeah. Show it to love, man. And I'm sorry, I just got so much into his, he was on the roll, until I didn't too much interpret, but the bottom line, everything he said is that our mindset is messed up.
But even before we wrap up, Father.
Yes.
With this whole idea of speaking of English, I'll tell you what. That is one of the reasons that has retarded the progress of this nation.
Yeah.
We have used a common language by the white man
yes.
to actually take away about 80% of the population from national development. And for that matter, they cannot comprehend, they cannot be a part of it. Okatakyie, J.J. Rollins a time, Minister of Finance, Bejinona, will read budget, will be a topic. And there's a Minister of Finance, be ready budget, we are the upper Kujum, no Kobusum, said the minister, they don't even understand. And so more compare election, I compare about what your ministry. A decree, it will be a year.
Oh, yes. So at this point, I just say that he summarized everything. You know, the mindset is messed up. And with the kind of mindset that we have, folks, we have programmed ourselves to self-destruct. We have been programmed to self-destruct unless we change that mindset.
Now before I say me free hano, the last time I be by, na me hunu say me papa utwa kwan to ho, e me yanso ye be fa so no. I appreciate what you've done. Na eja ye nyini ko ye ni mo ye nyini ko ye ni mo so na nkokora baa na yatimni. Me ba ye me kura poma e wo mensam. Enti me de sa poma e bejaw e wa ha. Na sadachi bi eja nkokora boto wa. Enya poma keke e telescope nso ka ho. Enti se eja ti be bi na
a telescope.
Cactus screen o ti ho a obetimi de ahwe eye onioma e wo eye cactus screen. Enti eja to wa na o the telescope no the But really? On this note, I would like to give you this as a gift.
So this is your gift to me?
Yes, my gift to you, Father.
Oh, wow. Hey. Mpacho, when you see me walking these days and I have this, it's a gift from my son, which I treasure and I'll use it.
Thank you very much, Father.
Masa, and I love this, man. It's not just a walking stick, it's also a telescope. So now that when I'm at Cactus Creek, I can be viewing all the sights at Cactus Creek. So until I catch you next week, KSM signing off from the hills of Aubrey, saying, what am I saying? We are out of let the whole world say, yeah.
The KSM Show.